Hi, my name is Catherine, and today I will be talking to you about how to create a peer-to-peer donation campaign on Zeffy. So, first of all, what is a peer-to-peer campaign? A peer-to-peer campaign is a donation campaign where people can sign up and fundraise on behalf of your organization. So, this is a really great way to leverage your donors' networks in order to fundraise for your nonprofit. So there are two types of peer-to-peer campaigns. There is an open registration peer-to-peer campaign, and there's also a paid registration peer-to-peer campaign. So in the first half of this video, I will talk about how to create an open registration peer-to-peer campaign. And in the second half of the video, I will talk about how to create a paid registration peer-to-peer campaign. So jumping straight into a first example, here we have an open registration peer-to-peer campaign. You'll see the form title over here and the name of the nonprofit here. You'll also see a description of the event and the campaign. And over here, you'll see the objective of the campaign, including how much the nonprofit wants to raise and how much they've actually raised already. You'll also see two buttons here, one to donate either to the general campaign or to donate to a team or an individual. You'll also see a button to fundraise, so you can fundraise for the campaign. And then when you scroll a little further down, you'll see a list of all of the donations that have most recently been made. A little further down, you'll also see a list of all the teams that have been created, as well as any participants that have joined and how much each person or team has raised. So, how do you create an open registration campaign in Zeffy? Well, you would go to your Zeffy dashboard and then you would go to the donation section where you would then click on New Form and then you would click on Peer to Peer Campaign. So, I'm just going to show you an example of a form that I've already created. And you'll notice that it's very, very similar to any donation form that you create on Zeffy. So it follows the same flow, the same process. It's really quite simple. And so, given how similar it is, I won't show you every single part, but I will show you where the main differences are. So, in the general information section, the main difference is that you can set a campaign objective. And that's it. And in the second section, in the create your form section, when you scroll further down, in addition to the thank you message that goes out to your donors, you'll also have the ability to add a message to your fundraisers. So this is a special thank you message, or it could be, tips and instructions on how they can fundraise, what a successful fundraiser looks like. And yeah, next, in the share section, in addition to the forms that you have, the form links that you have, and the links to embed the form on your website, you also have a link to embed your thermometer directly in your website. And that's just kind of like a nice, easy way to add some more personalization to the campaign. And then finally, in the advanced settings section, you will have the ability to customize your button. So what does that mean? When you are looking at your open registration peer-to-peer campaign, you have a fundraise button. Instead of saying fundraise, you could have it say something else. So in this case, when I customize the label, I wanted to say sign up instead. So when I look at my form now, it will now say sign up instead of fundraise. And that is it. You've now created your open registration peer-to-peer campaign and you're ready to share it and start the campaign. So it's really quite simple. And now I will show you what it looks like for one of your fundraisers to actually sign up for the campaign. So when we have the link to the campaign here, for instance, and let's say that I am now a fundraiser. So I can click on sign up. And then I can choose to create a team, do individual fundraising, or join a team. So in this case, I want to do individual fundraising. Let's say my goal is to raise $500. I will then put $500 as the campaign target, and then I'll add my email, and then I'll add in my name, and then I can click sign up. Now I've signed up to be a fundraiser for the campaign and I have the link to my personal campaign form. So I can copy this link and share it with my network, or I can go and edit my form and add pictures and add even more of a description, maybe say like why I want to fundraise for this campaign. But it's all set. And then I will get an email with the message to fundraisers from you as the nonprofit. And I'll also have the link to my form in my email. And so that's what the process looks like, and that's what the experience is like for the fundraisers. Now, in terms of how you manage your donation campaign, when you are managing a peer-to-peer donation campaign, you have two main pages to look at. So you have the My Donations section, where you will have a list of all of the donations that come in, just like any other donation form. When you click on it, you'll see a bit more detail, and you can help people reassign their donations. So let's say a donor, such as Smithy here, made a donation of $100 to Team B. But she actually wanted to donate to Team A's donation campaign. What you can do as the administrator is that you can click on this drop down menu here, and then you can reassign the donation to Team A. So the donation is automatically reassigned and all of the forms will update. So yeah, really, really simple. The other way to manage your peer-to-peer campaign is through My Forms. You'll see the donation form that you created, and you'll be able to go in and edit it if you want to. And you can also see your forms. So you can see the forms that have been created for teams and participants. You can see how much they've gathered. You can also share the link with them again in case they accidentally deleted their email. You can help them edit their forms. And if someone accidentally signed up more than once, you can also help them delete their forms. So yeah, very simple process, but that is how an open registration peer-to-peer campaign is created and managed. Now, in terms of the paid peer-to-peer registration, or yeah, paid registration peer-to-peer campaign, this is an example of what it looks like. So the format is very similar, and the only real difference here is that you have a registration button instead of a fundraise button. So when you click on registration, you'll be taken to a registration process. So this typically is paid. And so people can go in and pay for registration and then sign up to create a team, do individual fundraising, or join a team. And so, how do you create this type of paid peer-to-peer campaign in Zeffy? You will go to your dashboard and you will go through the exact same process as you did with the open registration process, except for one difference. So when we are here in our peer-to-peer donation form, you will go to the advanced settings section and you'll be able to add a registration process to your campaign. So what does that mean? When you are creating a registration process, you will actually have to go to a different section of your dashboard. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. You will go to the ticketing section of your dashboard and you're going to create a new form. So this is going to be a registration form. So this registration form can be an event form. So you'll click on create a new ticket form, and then you'll click on event, and then you'll name it a registration form. So here, for example, in my forms, I've created a registration for peer-to-peer, and then under tickets, I'll just add the registration fee and the amount, add any questions I want to ask my participants. And then once I've created this form, which works just like any other ticketing form, other than that you're naming it a registration form, you'll then go back to your dashboard, go back to donations, my forms, edit, advanced settings. You'll click on add registration process to my campaign, and then you'll select the form that you just created. So you'll link the ticketing form that you created here in the donation form section. And then you can include the registration amount paid in the campaign thermometer so that everything is counted into the campaign. And you can make registration mandatory. So once you save that and look at your form, we'll just do refresh. And then you'll see that instead of signing up, they can register. So when they click on registration, they'll be able to select the registration fee. They'll be able to fill out all of their information and then pay for registration. Once the fundraiser has paid for registration, they will be ready to move on to the next part. So now they'll be able to set up their fundraising campaign. So in this case, let's say that I wanted to create a team. So I will create my team. It's going to be called Team D. And then I will set my campaign target to, let's say, $1,000. my email, name, and last name have already been pre-filled, and I want to join the team. So sometimes you might be creating a team for someone else, but if you also want to join the team and participate, you can also click on this, and then you can also click create. And then you're done. And then that is how you sign up for a paid registration peer-to-peer campaign. So those are the two different types of peer-to-peer campaigns that you can create on Zeffy. We also have some documentation on our website. It's linked on our website, and we just have some advanced tips for peer-to-peer campaigns that you can take a look at here to really personalize the experience for your donors, for your fundraisers. And I'll show you an example of what that could look like. So here, for instance, you have the leaderboard and a peer-to-peer campaign embedded onto your website directly. So for this nonprofit, they decided to embed their leaderboard over here, and then they chose to have a lot of different buttons that they created. So what you can do is you can link the forms to your peer-to-peer, either to sign up, to make a donation, or anything directly on your website. And it's just a way to really personalize it for your donors. And yeah, so a lot of different tips that you can take a look at here in terms of like how you want to share the fundraising form. And I will say that we have a lot of, we are always looking to improve our product. We're always adding new features. Sometimes some of our features can be in beta, which means that they could change a little bit from time to time. So please feel free to contact us directly at contact@zeffy.com. So that's CONTACT@ZEFFY.com. And we'd be more than happy to help you with your campaign. And if you are ever stuck or you feel like you want even more customization, or are looking for something that you don't quite see, definitely reach out to us because we could have a really great workaround for you. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. And again, we're always here to help. So we look forward to hearing from you and seeing your great campaigns. Thanks. Bye.